Hey, good evening everyone. So this video, the theme of this video is what is there in my backpack when I go for trekking. The reason why I'm making this video is I'm preparing to go for a trek in July. Hopefully it works out if the pandemic eases and restrictions get opened up. I would be proceeding to Ladakh to look at Makha Valley trek and followed by an attempt to summit maybe two peaks which are say 20,000 feet. So that is the reason, and with that background I am preparing the kind of items which are supposed to go in the backpack for a 9-day trek or a 10-day trek. The methodology of deciding what has to go in a backpack, this is on the basis of a lot of YouTube videos which are available. I'm sure a lot of you would also be seeing that. Reading literature which is written by people who have gained experience in this, and a large chunk of it is on the basis of the lessons which I learned in my last 4 to 5 years of trekking, and with each trek I evolved and streamlined the kind of clothing and the kind of accessories that are supposed to be there in my backpack, with weight being the overall and single point consideration factor which is the most important when you go for a trek. So let's begin. I'm going to talk about personal clothing, and the concept of personal clothing in a trek is called as layering. It follows the principle of layering. So layering is either you put on clothes or you take out clothes in layers as per the temperature of which varies throughout the day, right from early morning, then mid-morning, noon, late afternoon and evening. So it is divided into three main categories. You have the inner layer, the middle layer and the outer layer. Each layer is divided into the lower and the upper that we wear. So for this particular trek, which is for 9 days, I'm looking at 3 pairs of my inner upper as well as my inner lower. What I would like to say is the brand or the make does not make a difference. I'm not here to propagate any particular brand. As a matter of placing on record, I wear clothing from a brand which is known as Rab. Rab is based in UK and they specialized in outdoor trekking gears, which includes clothing, camping, accessories and similar things. I stumbled onto Rab again. It has been a process of various checks and balances. I started with Decathlon and then slowly built my way, and eventually I have homed in on Rab and I continue with it. So like I said, brand doesn't make a difference as long as whatever you buy, it has to be durable and it should fulfill the function for which it has been designed. So this is my innermost layer, which you know as the inner layer. It is supposed to be very thin. It is supposed to be next to your skin, so make sure that the quality of it should ensure that you don't get any kind of an allergy, especially when you're sweating and then there are further layers on top of you. So this layer should take away all the sweat, should maintain the temperature of the body, and also to some extent give you warmth. It is supposed to be lightweight, it's not supposed to be heavy, and it is supposed to be gentle to your skin. So that is inner layer. Moving on, after the inner layer will come the middle layer. So middle layer, generally most of the treks like Makha Valley or a lot of the treks in Uttarakhand as well as in Himachal, you will be sufficiently protected if you reach up to the middle layer. You don't have to go to the outer layer. Like the Mandini Valley which I did, or the Nandikund trek, even the treks in Ladakh or Himachal, that is 6 passes trek, the Somorori trek, all these treks are sufficient with the middle layer. You don't have to go to the upper layer. But if you do Chadar, if you're summiting any peaks, if you're looking at Auden's Call, if you're looking at Panpatya, if you're looking at Lamkhaga trek, if you're looking at any of the core winter treks, then you will have to go to the upper layer as well, or the outer layer. For now, otherwise you can be comfortable with the middle layer, which generally most of us follow. So this is my jacket from a middle layer. It has been there with me for the last 6 years. It's a fantastic jacket. well insulated, and it fulfills all my requirements, be it for harsh winters anywhere in India or for treks. When I wear this over the inner, I'm well insulated against any kind of wind, as well as it keeps my body heat within myself. Similarly, at the in the lowers, I have got two of them. This is the two that I will be taking, one as a standby and one which is going to be there as a mainstay. Uh, this middle layer for me, it's insulated. It's got a nice thick insulation, and it is rigid. It ensures that when I walk through vegetation or inside the tree line areas, there's no thorn, there's no branches, nothing of that sort can affect me or my legs. It's supposed to be that kind of a strong. It's got a lot of pockets, well integrated for me to hold on to my stuff which I want to keep inside. And generally, again, most of this clothing is there with me since last 4-5 years, and because the quality is that good, even now they are running really strong. The outer layer. If you're going to Chadar, if you're going, like I said, Lamkhaga, any of the core winter treks, you're going to stop Kangri, you want to do Mentok Kangri, you want to summit Dozongo, Kyangse, any of those, you're going to Annapurna base camp circuit, the entire circuit, you want to do EBC, you need to have this. This is the outer layer. I wore this in Chadar, and believe me, I could sit on the ice without having any problem. The inner, the middle, and the outer will ensure that your body temperature remains perfect. You're not going to suffer from any kind of chills or anything of those sort. But remember, this is only for extreme temperature. You don't want to be wearing this in your normal day high and sweating like crazy out of this. So the corresponding outer is this. You would have seen many people having this kind of a thing. For me, again, this is from Rab, and it's one of my best and most valued possessions when it comes to trekking. It's an extremely insulated outer, and I wear it whenever I feel that the temperature is going to drop too much. There's going to be a snowstorm. If you're at Sandakpur in January, when the temperature is at -7, -10, this is what you want to wear. Go out, click pictures, make videos, do star trails in the night, anything of that sort. This is the thing. So I've explained to you about layering, and I've covered the main clothing that a trekker wears. Other than this, what do I carry? This is a face shield. Before the pandemic and Corona made face shields mandatory. We used to wear face shields when we were trekking, because this helps to protect your nose and ensures that the breath which comes out is not cold and your breathing is supposed to be good. Other than this, glasses. Glasses are very important. I've seen a lot of people wearing a lot of glasses. It has been a perpetual search for me as well initially when I started. Finally, I have homed on to this series by Julbo. It's a UV protection as well as sun protection. For me, both of them. It matters because when you're trekking in the ice, the glare from the white ice can literally blind you within 5 minutes. You just can't trek if you're not having a current glass which totally protects your eyes from the glare of a white snow when there is a bright sun overhead. So this is from Julbo. This is the Sherpa series. The cool thing about this is it has got protection in the sides also. As you can see, it's a very non-metal glass shade, and this goes behind my ears, and there's this around my neck, and it's super cool. It's an amazing piece. I'm lucky to have come across this. In addition to this will be your caps. I'm gonna take 2 of these. This is for the evenings, and this is for mornings when I'm trekking, and if there is too much of wind blowing, this is the tool. But ideally speaking, most of the hikes which are not above snow line, especially like Ladakh, Himachal, not above the snow line, you have a hat like this. It really protects your eyesight and your head from the heat of the sun. Extremely useful, believe me. Other than this, what do I have? Okay, hot water bag. I can't stress how important this is. I have been using this extremely in every trek, no matter what is the temperature or what altitude I'm going, but I always carry this. Fill it up with hot water in the night, put it inside my sleeping bag. Next day morning, I use the same water to wash my face when it is really super cold outside, brush my teeth, all that stuff using this water. And the hot water stays throughout the night inside my sleeping bag, keeping my feet and my lower body warm. Wet wipes, important. Camp light or tent light, whatever you want to call it. This is my personal, which I take irrespective of whether the trek agency provides me or not. I have got mine. It's really nice by Quechua. It's quite cheap also. You can easily get it. Socks, another important piece. I have learned this the hard way with respect to socks. I used to get a lot of blisters because the socks which I used to wear used to have an inner stitch, and that used to rub my heel against the boot, and I used to develop blisters. So make sure that the socks that you have, there should not be an inner stitch there, or you're going to get blisters. Invest in your socks because your feet are going to do most of the walking. So you need to have a good socks. Gloves, I carry 3 different kinds of gloves. One is this normal glove, which I wear. This is very warm. I bought it, in fact it was a gift, I would say. So it's very warm, and you can get it from Manali or Darjeeling, Uttarakhand, any of these places. If required, when I need grip and I can't wear woolen, then I wear these. They've got a grip inside, you can see. So I wear these when I'm climbing something and woolen gloves are not what I'm supposed to wear, then I go for this. And if I'm going in a snow area and the temperature is dropping rapidly and I need to hold the metal walking stick or the trek pole, I wear this. Totally insulated, crosses my wrists, and it ensures that my hands stay warm. So gloves are important. Don't limit yourself to one single piece of a glove or 2 woolen gloves. Make sure that you cater for a glove which can be used in case there is snow and your woolen gloves are going to get wet, can't use them. So you should have a glove which is, you can take care of that. For this trek, I'm taking garters with me because I hope to summit, and so there's going to be a lot of snow while I'm on the summit, so I probably will need the garter. For those who wish to know what a garter is, it's a kind of a cover, and it ensures that the water or the snow does not enter your shoe where it finishes at your ankle. This is a kind of a link between your shoe as well as your thigh, and it ensures that snow and water does not enter the boot. Water. We all carry water bottles. We all have our own water bottles, our own favorites. For me, it is from a company known as LifeStraw. These guys, they are the original pioneers of manufacturing water bottles with a filter in between. LifeStraw claims that it filters more than 99 I don't know how many percentage, but it's really safe. It's a global benchmark when it comes to water filtration, potable water filtration. I always use LifeStraw, always. It doesn't make a difference to me after that from where do I fill the water. Headlamp, again, single piece of very vital equipment. I don't believe in carrying torches in one hand. I like to keep my hands free. So it's a headlamp for me. It's a rechargeable headlamp which I always use. Let's see, have I missed anything else? I've, I think, covered everything. The socks, the hat, the shoes. Yeah, shoes. Most of us wear Columbia, Decathlon. This is from a company known as Lova. I think it's a German-based company, and the model is Tibet GTX. It's a leather, custom-built, hand-built shoe, and I started with the Decathlon Forkless 500 way back. It's a good shoe, I'm not denying it. I used it maybe for 2 trek seasons, but after that it just opened up. And even though they say that it's good for water crossings and streams, I personally was not happy with it. My research led me to this, the Lova, and this has been my trekking shoe for the last 4 trek seasons, and I really love this shoe. It's got some innovative locking mechanisms for the shoelaces as well as for tightening it, and it's a very sturdy piece of equipment. It helps my ankle to remain really secure, especially when I'm going downhill or going uphill. It does need a bit of practice because it's high ankle and it's very rigid. I think I've covered everything. So this is what is there in my backpack. I would suggest if you guys can follow the similar model. This is based on my personal experience of trekking and the mistakes which I made and how I've overcome them. Brand does not make a difference, as I've told you, as long as it fulfills the functionality for which it has been purchased. That is the bottom line. Believe me, in a trek, the only support that is going to be there with you is your clothing. If your feet are warm in the night, you're good to go for a solid hike next day morning. If your feet are not warm, you're not going to sleep, you're not going to be fresh in the morning. If your gloves are not good and your hands are chilly, you cannot enjoy the scenic vistas of the snow-covered mountain peaks and stuff like that because you're feeling the chill which is seeping in through your hands. If your boots are not water resistant and the snow seeps in or the mountain stream seeps in, the feet are going to feel cold, clammy. You're not going to enjoy the trek for which you have come so far and so much of time, effort, money has gone into it. So, any kind of equipment that you buy, make sure it fulfills the functionality for which it was bought. And if you need to spend money for that, so be it. All these things are 2016, 2015 era purchases. 2021, I'm still gonna use them and I'm so confident of these. So this is what is there in a backpack. Keep your backpack light. There is not one single item which does not serve a specific function. I don't take anything extra. Other than this, there will be a medical kit which I will carry, and I guess that's about it. Maybe one odd thing which I would have not kept out here. So this is about it. I hope I am able to do the trek in July. Let's see how it goes. And in case you have any specific questions about what kind of clothing to take for trekking or how do you pack this or what kind of backpack I'm using, feel free to ask me anytime. Take care. Bye-bye.